we're talking about momentum, negative momentum to be exact, because everybody wants to talk about positive momentum when nobody wants to talk about negative momentum. And few people even understand what negative momentum is or the implications of what negative momentum can do. For example, the more days you miss going to the gym, the less likely you are to actually go to the gym. The more days you eat shitty food in a row, the more likely you are to eat shitty food after that. The more days that you fail with your practice of semen retention, the more likely you are to continue failing your practice of semen retention. These are all examples of negative momentum, because momentum can be either positive, momentum can be negative. Everything that you choose to do on a daily basis is building momentum, whether that is building momentum in taking action or building momentum in lack of action. Every day, every moment is an opportunity to build momentum. And I see so many guys that they get into these patterns, these ruts, where they get stuck. They fall off track with their workouts or with their diet or with their semen retention streak. Whatever it looks like, they fall off track and they get stuck in these patterns, these ruts of negative momentum. And it can be harder. The longer that you stay down, the more that you fall off, the more likely you are to continue staying in that same spot. That's because when we get stuck in these patterns of momentum and what becomes familiar, we're more likely to repeat. So if I fall off track with my workouts and every subsequent day I fail to go to the gym, and I just become more familiar with skipping the gym, I become more familiar with eating shitty food, I become more familiar with looking at pornography every night, then that's what becomes familiar, and that's what we build momentum at doing. And the opposite can be true as well. So if winning is familiar, then it's going to be easier for me to know and understand and feel what it feels like to be a winner, because I have my environment, I have my behaviors, I have everything giving me the feedback that I'm winning, and that's familiar to me. And therefore, I continue to build momentum in that direction. So notice for yourself these times when you catch yourself in a rut or catch yourself in a streak, and acknowledge the fact that you've built up momentum in this direction. Whether that's for the positive, whether that's for the negative. When you do find yourself in these ruts, stuck in these cycles, these patterns where you can't get motivated to go to the gym, or you can't get motivated to start eating healthy again, or you can't get motivated to cut off the bad habit. When you find yourself stuck in these ruts, there's a couple strategies that you can do to help get back on track. Well, the first thing you can do is start to build micro wins. When you can find small wins that you can stack, that's going to start to build momentum, no matter how small the win is. For example, could be making your bed in the morning, drinking 16 ounces of water, taking a cold shower. Doing these small things and checking them off a list is going to start to build momentum in a positive direction. No matter how small these wins are, they start to add up. And when you can add them up, they accumulate. And when they accumulate, they build momentum. Just like a snowball going down a hill starts to accumulate more snow and continues to move forward with greater mass. That's what happens when you take action. Consistent action, repeated consistently, is going to build up momentum. It's going to accumulate more gravitas to it, more strength, more mass, and that's going to help to carry further forward what that momentum is. So the first thing you want to do is start to stack these micro wins. The second thing you want to do is to acknowledge and celebrate those wins, because when you can bring awareness to these wins, you can give attention to these wins, you can then celebrate these wins. That helps you to acknowledge and reinforce that pattern of creating wins. And we're not doing this from a standpoint of being boastful, overly prideful, but just to acknowledge and celebrate that you check that off the list. When you can do that, you're bringing winning into your awareness, and you're bringing about more momentum and focus in the right direction. And the third tip I would give you if you are stuck in a rut of negative momentum is when you do fall off track, when you do have a setback, find a way to flip the script and take immediate action to build positive momentum. No matter how small that action is, just by taking some sort of small micro action in a positive direction is going to help you to shift out of that setback, catch it before it even goes negative, and you continue to recommit and take action in the right direction. This way, you prevent yourself from building negative momentum, you prevent yourself from spiraling down out of the wrong direction, and you can help to redirect and get yourself back on track as fast as possible. So guys, let me know in the comments below, where do you find negative momentum showing up in your life? What are the key variables that you can do to switch out of negative momentum and build positive momentum? What are some of the things that you do to keep yourself on track and you are in a zone, a streak of positive momentum? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't gotten it already, you can get my men's free testosterone optimization course. It's free, get that, and my other courses and my offers for coaching in the link in the description below. And I'll see you next time.